And it's a really nice way to get the benefits of regular pigeon, but without having your full body weight on the hip. And you can really customize it to your body. You can always stay up on the hands here. You don't have to come down on the elbows. That's up to you. So you can relax your belly muscles here as you keep reaching back with the right hip. You can pretty much stay here as long as you like. This is a nice posture to do when you're watching TV or maybe listening to some music. You don't have to do a full practice for this one. You just warm up with a couple of sun salutations and then arrange yourself like so. Now let's press back up onto the hands. Tuck the toes of that back foot under so that you can extend that back knee and then cross. And then come back to our down dog. Pedal out the heels if that feels good, and then you can move your block over to the other side. That knee down dog. Flex the left ankle and cross that ankle over the right knee, and then we come forward and drop the left knee onto the block. Toes stay tucked under here. Inhale, drop the belly down, just like you're doing cow pose. And then reach back with the left hip. Gosh, this is a nice stretch. Again, you can stay up on the hands here, or if you like, down on the elbows if that feels good. Alternative pigeon. So the beauty of yoga, physical asanas, is that they're so customizable. You know, I mean, I suppose it depends on the style that you're practicing. Some styles are a little more regimented than others, but what we're doing with the body in any given posture is not dependent on a particular alignment. Now, let me rephrase that. A particular expression of the posture. So we can find the same benefits, but arrange the body sort of with the same intention, not necessarily the same configuration, if that makes sense. You could always take, regular pigeon here if you prefer that. You don't have to do this alternative version. Make it your practice, make it your own. That's what we're here for. Right? We're all an individual spark of an individual expression of the divine creativity. So as long as you're practicing safely, pretty much anything goes, in my humble opinion. All right, when this feels complete, then we're going to come back up onto the hands. Tuck those back toes under, and extend the knees so that you can step back to down dog. And then press your blocks aside, pedal it out. And then let's drop one elbow and then the other down to the mat. Come into dolphin. So dolphin is just down dog, except with the elbows down. Hands stay active, so you can press the palms together here, or maybe you prefer them flat on the mat. If you have a headstand in your practice here, you can interlace the fingers, drop the crown of the head down, and then begin to raise up one leg and then the other, or maybe both at the same time. That's part of your practice. Options. And again, in dolphin, noticing a little bit of a back bend here. Stay tall in the shoulders, so not kind of collapsing in between them. And keep the shoulders engaged. Walking the toes a little bit closer to the elbows as you settle into this posture. If you're taking an inversion, you can come back down as soon as you're ready. And we're all going to drop the knees down to the mat. Come back up on the hands, and then just make some big circles with the tailbone here. So rotating back over the heels, coming up the other side, and then reverse to the other direction. Meanwhile, the upper body's kind of snaking around like you're doing a big figure eight on the mat. There's a nice release for the shoulders and the hips. And when that feels complete, let's tuck the toes under, extend the knees, and come back up to down dog. And then bend the knees a lot and forward the thumbs. Walk or float up. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold down. And then bend the knees, sweep your arms, rise up to standing palms, meet overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart, summit feet. Nice job. Have a little balancing while we're here. I'm going to back up on the mat a little so you can see me better. Have your strap handy for this. We'll do 3 balancing postures today, starting with a simple tree pose. Taking weight into the right foot. Inhale up with the left knee. I'm going to rotate that out to the side, away from the center line. Find somewhere for this foot to rest above or below the knee of the standing leg, or even you can take a little kickstand action with the ankle. Some of you may prefer a half lotus gesture here. Hands begin at the heart. So first thing we do in tree, Vrichalsana, is to find our balance. All right, so tailbone is tucking under just a little bit. Got a tall spine, always lifting out through the crown of the head here. Shoulders relax. Feel your connection to the earth so you can imagine drawing energy up from the center of the planet, up through all the bandhas. Pada bandha in the standing foot, Mula bandha in the perineum, Uddiyana bandha below the belly button, all the way up the chakras of the crown of the head. It's almost like marionette strings kind of lifting you up, except internally. Once you find your balance here, option to begin to open your branches, lift up with the heart, maybe even take a little bit of a back bend at the top here, while keeping the hips moving forward. White light raining down and into your heart space. Find your stillness. And exhale, hands come back to the heart, and then with control, lowering that foot back to the mat. You can shake it off if you like. Wiggle around a little bit, shake out any tension that's built up in the arms. Feels good. And then let's take our weight into the left foot. And lift up the right knee to a 90-degree angle, away from the center line. And then find somewhere for that foot to rest above or below the knee. Toes are free and easy here. Can you wiggle your toes if you find your Pada bandha balance in the standing foot? And use the drishti point to focus your gaze. That helps with stability as well. And engage your lower bandhas. And tall here. Shoulders relaxed. When you're ready, unfurl your branches. Lift up through the heart. Maybe a little back bend at the top. Working with the balance in the standing foot. Try not to grip with the toes. See if you can keep the toes relaxed. Exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. And then with control, bring that knee forward, lower back to the mat. Wiggle it out if you like. Shake any tension out. Throw it down into the earth, down into the floor. Then when we've got our yayas out, come back to standing in mountain pose, Tadasana. Second balance. Weight into the right foot, left knee comes up. Another variation on pigeon here, so flex that left ankle, cross it over the right knee, hands come to prayer. And then we begin to sit down into our standing balancing pigeon. Stay right here if this is enough. If you want to go a little deeper, you can begin to lower the elbows. Maybe begin to reach toward the floor. Some of you may be able to go all the way down, plant the hands flat on the floor, and take an arm balance here as well. I'm not going to demonstrate that today. But wherever you are, again, feeling your connection to the earth through the standing foot, reconnect to your breathing. Find your stillness and your peace. We can always find our peace in the midst of chaos. It can be a real challenge sometimes. And that's part of the reason that we come back to our breath again and again in yoga and asana practice. That's where the peace is, no matter what's going on in the body otherwise. Back to the heart, and we'll slowly press ourselves back up with control. And then lower that foot to the mat. Shake it out if you like. And then take weight into the opposite foot, lifting up the right knee, flex that ankle, and then crossing it over. Find your bouncing pigeon and then begin to lower to your depth today. Maybe the elbows come down onto that crossed leg. Maybe the fingertips begin to reach toward the floor. Maybe the hands can come all the way to the floor, and then you wrap that top foot around the outside of the arm, make a shuffle with the elbows, and begin to move into Balavasana. Just now, wherever you are, finding the breath, finding the balance. Finding your peace in the chaos. Maybe it's not chaos in the body, maybe it's chaos in the mind. I feel you. Hands come back to the heart. We gently press ourselves up and out. Lower the foot back to the mat. And let's step the feet wide now. And then just kind of blow off some steam. Swing side to side. Let the arms slap around the body a few times. Adding a little dynamism into our practice, moving from still and steady to a bit more free-flowing. This even feels a little chaotic, a little windy, sort of windiness to it. All right, last standing balancing posture with a back bend as well. So if you've got your strap, you're going to take Natarajasana, or a variation thereon. If you prefer the regular version, we'll start on the right foot, standing, and then take the left foot behind you. Now, if you want to just do it the regular way with your hand, you can go ahead and move in that way. Otherwise, bring your left foot forward, and you're going to loop the strap around the bottom of the foot, and then holding it in your hand, you get to guide that behind you, and notice how the strap rotates around to the top of the foot. And then you can reach with both hands, begin to pull that foot up behind you. I'm going to turn sideways a little here so you can maybe see better. I don't have the world's deepest Natarajasana, but get the idea. So you can begin to walk the hands back along the strap as you kick up, maintaining micro bend in the standing knee so you don't hyperextend, and then just finding wherever your balance is today. Not necessary to go super deep here. You're kicking up and then using traction with the arms, maybe walking the hands a little bit farther back in the strap. So you find a place where you can breathe. Deep back. When that feels complete and you're ready to release, careful because it's kind of spring-loaded. And then come back to standing. Moving in on the other side. Again, you can take a traditional Natarajasana by simply bending the knee, taking the hand inside the foot and the ankle there, or use your strap. This is challenging, so no two ways about it. Nothing easy about this. So if you're having trouble, please don't beat yourself up. So starting with the strap around under the sole of the foot, and we take it around to the back. Strap goes around to the top of the foot as we move in, and then finding a little bit more spaciousness in the shoulders, begin to kick up as we move forward. Anchor your gaze. Trying to keep the hips level, kicking up. On the breath. And then inhaling, come back up, gently lower the foot back with control. Coming back to standing, and then you can set the strap aside. And again, let's step the feet wide. We'll take a little bit of side to side, swinging with the arms. Let's walk around the body. This dancer is one of those postures, I think, that the ego really loves to get involved with. I mean, it's such a beautiful pose, and people who have super flexible spines and hips, it's one of those postures where, I think we tend to look at them and go, God, I wish I could do that. And, when the ego gets involved, that creates tension in the body as well. So this is where we blow off that steam. This is where we tell the ego, yeah, I saw you. I heard you congratulating me in that posture, or criticizing me, or whatever it happened to be. And your services are not needed at the moment. Thank you, ego. And we come back to our practice. So let's reset with a vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the hands high. Exhale, dive in, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full plant the hands, step back. Rest in down dog if you prefer, or just come forward to plank and we'll go through vinyasa. We'll meet back and down dog. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling your back end. Inhale. Exhale. Back bend, back end. That was supposed to be back bend. Inhale forward to plank. Then we're going to simply lower down onto our stomachs. All the way down. Quick baby cobra here as you lift away from the mat. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Feeling your cobra tail. Exhale, release. And then let's come onto the elbows for Sphinx. So Sphinx, we have the elbows directly below the shoulders and parallel. The arms are parallel, so close to the body, and then begin to draw the elbows back toward the top of the pelvis, back toward the hips. At the same time, we're lengthening through the crown of the head to keep the spine long, because what we want to avoid here is crunching that weak spot between the lumbar and the sacral spine. So you shouldn't feel any intensity in the low back. Just a nice, long, elegant curve in the spine. If you want to add on here, you can take your right hand across toward the left elbow, and then take the left hand and reach behind to the left foot. So coming up for a preparation for frog pose, and just drawing that heel toward that same side glute. Some of you might be able to rotate the fingers forward and use the heel of the hand. Stay tall on the opposite shoulder, and again, being mindful of the lower back, and then we're pressing the left hip down to help intensify that stretch in the quads. And then we can gently release and switch sides. Placing the left elbow, take the hand across to the opposite side. Again, lining up that elbow below the shoulder, bend the right knee, and reach back. Maybe rotating fingers forward. Check back in with your lower back, and then pressing that side, right side hip down toward the mat. Gently release. Come back to regular Sphinx. Lengthen through the crown, draw the elbows back. And then we'll release down to the mat. Stack one hand on top of the other and rest your third eye on the backs of the hands. Now I'm going to bend the knees and let the heels fall side to side with windshield wipers. Releasing the quadriceps, releasing the hips. Relax your shoulders now. And then we're going to release that action with the heels. Come back up onto all fours. And now that we've gotten all of our back bends in, let's balance that out with some forward bending. So starting first in Dandasana, staff pose. Sit with a tall spine, just rest the hands gently alongside the hips. And again, let the heart rise, crown rise, but shoulders drop. Feel your tall spine. On the inhale, scoop the arms alongside the ears. On the exhale, simply melt forward. Now you could use a strap here, if the feet feel like they're far away. And just loop it underneath the sole of the feet and concentrate on your tall spine. And then hinge at the hips. So what we don't want to do here is kind of like hunch in, curl in. Now, in this particular posture, we're going to keep a flat back, long spine. Keep the heart moving toward the toes as you hinge in. Depth is not so important here as keeping the spine straight. Some of you might be able to actually take a bind beneath the feet or maybe grab the big toes. So your connection to the feet is up to you, or even the lower legs. And then we're finding our breath. Going deeper on the exhales. Each time softening a little bit more. Keep the knees slightly bent, just a little micro bend there so that we don't lock them out. Baby toes are reaching back toward you. And at the end, chin can tuck a little bit and you find your final breath. And inhale, all the way back up. Let's take the left heel out to the top left corner of the mat, and then the sole of the right foot comes inside the upper thighs. On an inhale, arms up, and then just simply rotate the shoulders toward that extended leg, and again, melt forward. And it's the same idea here, just a slightly different configuration. Long spine, reaching forward with the heart and the crown of the head, hinging at the hips. Sometimes it's nice to have a little block underneath this knee. Shasana, softening, breathing into those hamstring muscles as they open up. We know those hamstrings, we need to coax them, right? The hamstrings are not to be forced, because that always backfires. So we let them open up in their own pace, especially if you've been an athlete, you've done a lot of running, mountain biking, things like that. That requires super strong hamstrings. They're a little bit like steel belts, but they will soften over time, and with our intention, and with, directing our breath lovingly there. So breathe in, feel the release. It'll come when it does. Again, strap underneath the sole of the foot would be fine here. You don't have to reach the foot with your hands. And on an inhale, we'll release and gently press ourselves back up. And simply rock back on the sacrum, extend the other heel out, and take the sole of the opposite foot inside the upper thigh. Again, you could use a block here at whatever height suits you. Inhale, arms up, and then rotate toward that extended leg, and exhale, fold. Maybe use a strap. Stay up here. And then you can really sort of isolate your stretching into the hips. You might be able to feel as you go deeper that it begins to shift forward into the hamstring muscles. At least that's the way I feel it. Always listen to your body, okay? I mean, I know you guys know that if you practice with me a lot. I'm not in your body, you are, so get to know it. Know it really well. Notice what happens and what speaks to you in these postures. Because just because I say something doesn't necessarily make it true for you, depending on the way your body is built or your body's history. So that part is where your wisdom comes into play. And you can adjust or modify as necessary, or go deeper. If you're super flexy, more so than I am, you can take a deeper variation on anything, anytime you like. As long as you know how to do it safely. Breathing ourselves into this forward fold. Notice what's happening in the hamstrings. Are you sending your breath there? One more inhale, lengthen. One more exhale as you soften in. And then gently come up. And then we're going to rock back on the sacrum, take both feet forward, and simply lower onto our backs. One vertebrae at a time coming down. You can really challenge yourself here at the end, engage the core. You can even hold it here for a bit if you like. Finally coming onto our backs. And then just draw the knees up toward the chest. And then reach between them, find your big toes, The outsides of the feet for a little happy baby pose. Keep the tailbone pressing down as you take your happy baby. Just rock it out. Massage the low back and the mid back. See if you can relax the shoulders and isolate the biceps. So you're pulling the feet toward you, the shoulder or the knees toward the shoulders, toward the ground. But using the biceps for that, how to keep the shoulders relaxed. That's a good exercise in isolating the muscle contractions to just the places you need them to be working. Yoga is always this dynamic balance between effort and ease, strength and relaxation, contraction and release. Even in something as simple and as comfortable for most of us as happy baby. And know too, I should have said this at the beginning, but if your hips are not super open, I do have one or two students who appreciate using a strap in happy baby. So if your hips are not super mobile, maybe you've had a hip replacement or something like that, you can either loop the strap or have it free and do whatever you need to there. And then we're going to release our happy baby, bring the knees together, and just drop all the knees to the right. Extend your left arm away from the body, chin toward the left shoulder, your spinal twist. You're still connected to breath here, still using a light ujjayi breath, not a very vigorous one like we did earlier when we were in the more challenging postures, but still connected because we don't want to let the brain begin to run away from us again. Bring it back to the breath, even at the very end of class. On an inhale, bring the knees back up to center, and then just let them drop to the other side. Sometimes it's good to move the hips back a little bit if they've moved that position. And then the opposite arm reaches away from the body. Chin falls toward that opposite shoulder. Finding the breath. And that feels complete. On an inhale, use the hand to guide the knees back up to center. Draw them toward your forehead. Curl yourself into a tight little ball. Get really, really small here. How tight can you get? And then release. Extend your arms and legs. And relax in Savasana. Now we can release the breath. And release the jaw. Release the muscles of your face. Release the space between the eyebrows. Release the crown of your head. Go ahead and pause the video here if you'd like to take a nice long Savasana, which I highly recommend. Or rest for about 30 more seconds. And gently begin to bring your awareness back to the body. Coming back to this moment, back to your space. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Encircle the wrists and the ankles. If you like it, reach the arms long overhead and take a nice stretch like you're waking up from a nap. And then when you're ready, roll your way back up to a seat. complete the circle of our practice where we began, sitting with a tall spine. Take a moment to remember your intention from the beginning of class, and hold that in your heart today going forward. And we'll seal our practice with one final joyful Om, beginning with a deep inhale. Let the resonance of Om carry the benefits of your practice into every cell of your body, every layer of your energetic being. Make yourself a practicing today. Know that your practice benefits not just you and your body, but everyone you come into contact with, as well as the body of the world as a whole, especially now. Reconnect to yourself. Reconnect to the world every day. As always, I thank you for practicing with me. My name is Kathleen. I hope to see you here again. Be well. Namaste.